Now we move on to the programming. Welcome to the programming segment. I have to find the other versions. Yeah, I'm excited to see them. I do have to like scroll up more though. I haven't had time to like scroll up. Sorry. I've actually been very disconnected from doing things, even like my own hobbies. I've just been so focused on like doing things, which has been bad for me because I still need to go watch the Odyssey. Also, I need to correct myself here. Okay, remember how I said before how I thought Christopher Nolan's movies were like this and that? I need to emphasize here, even though I think that his movies are like this and that, I need to let you know that there, it doesn't mean that they're 6 out of 10s. They're all 8 to 9 out of 10s for me, every single one. So it's like, just to make it very clear, just because I have complaints about them doesn't mean that they're not top tier movies. It's actually worth it to go watch them. Okay, please give me a moment. Please don't please don't spend your points yet. I have to go use. I have to start the thing. I really should build this into a separate program, but I'm too lazy to switch the like build flags because right now the build flag it's like a dynamic library, and it doesn't load because it only loads by running cargo because it has to run the build script, and I'm too lazy because it has a specific way to like run from the script. Yeah, we're gonna be programming today. Okay, I need to. I've been very behind on my hobbies and stuff. I need to actually go and like I don't know watch Christopher Nolan films. I need to like go and do stuff like. I need to go and actually try things out. You always check your watch halfway through a Christopher Nolan movie. There is that problem. Okay, I will say there is that problem. He takes too long to get to I think the good stuff. And I think a lot of the stuff that he pads it out with doesn't really work out. Like there's a lot of scenes within his movies that like feel wasted because it's not even like it's silence for the sake of silence. A lot of it feels like it's silence because it doesn't really know what it wants to be. Like it's weird how long it is. Also, hello mod. When are you gonna teach me how to work out so that I can do? When are you gonna teach us how to work out so that we can all do the workout streams? Huh? Can you please teach us how to gain muscle so that we can all be strong within life and have energy to like live our lives? That's your job. Your job as a mod is to teach us how to live life and like work out and stuff. Okay. In honor of 7-Eleven today, because this never shows up on the thing. 20 push-ups right now! Ah! That's all you hear from me off the microphone. It's like, ah! It's like, holy shit. I don't think this guy's worked out a day in his life. In honor of 7-Eleven being brought up, and because no one ever will hear it inside the VODs, we're gonna play the 7-Eleven song that is now the 7-Eleven song in my mind, because it's now the programming segment. Okay, I actually do need to think of like a full workout plan for that for that bit. I'm gonna need your help to help me like figure it out because again, it's all about can we get the chat to work out? Will they become better as people from this process? I don't know, but it seems like the entire chat needs energy to be able to like do this stuff, to like solve their like goals. Ooh, channel point redeem for exercises. I would probably die, and also I find those. I will say channel point redeems like for things like exercises and like things on the screen feel boring. Like I want channel point redeems to be things like what I've got going on right now, which is use the channel point redeem to request a new feature for the plugin. Okay, this is the 7-Eleven anthem. I forgot how stupid that it sounds, and yet it's so good too. Like it's both so stupid and so good. Last time we left off in programming this, we left off on a pretty good slate, I think, kind of. Not really. Wrong thing. This thing has to be streamed to StreamUI. Sorry. This thing needs to be streaming my NeoVide. We left off on a pretty good state, which is that we actually scoped out all of the work that we need to do. The problem is that even though we scoped out all of the work, we haven't done a single thing. However, the reason why we're going to program this today is because it should only take us 1 hour left. And why is it only 1 hour? Because it's all we need to do. All we need to do is the UI. And as you can tell, I'm really good at art. Really good at art. Welcome to the programming segment. This might be my favorite segment because of the screen. Also, please, if you have any ASCII Gunnar art, please send me it. Please send me ASCII Gunnar art to like add to this list. It's so good, and it just keeps getting better. Yes, yes. But this is where we ended off last time. We scoped out everything that we needed to do. So we know what to do. We know how to actually do all this. We know how to do things like attach nodes to the actual like editor itself. We know how to make them appear, and we know how to manipulate them such that we can get rid of them as well if we need to. So we have a way to manage it from a performance level as well. We have workarounds for certain problems that I identified, which is namely the whole problem of what happens if it's like what happens if you have different UI elements sort of stacking on top of each other. We just ignore the problems. We put things on a lower Z and X. And so all we need to do is to just build it out, and we have a perfect test case for it right here. Okay, and what I realize in this is that we have a fairly good blueprint on how to build it out too, because we start from the input. All programs start from the input. Every single program starts from where you are, and you basically think about how users are going to interact with it, and then you work from there. This song is so fucking stupid. It's the worst song on the album by far. Worst song on the album by far. This is the only song on the album that's like pretty good. The only one. We start from the input. We look at what people do, and then we say, okay, what we need to do is like think about how people are going to like start this, and then actually think about how that data is gonna flow through, and then what even happens when they input things into the program, right? That's what we need to figure out here. This is simple because we have it already. We start from the context menu. We know how users are going to use this. They're only going to use it from the context menu, and they have to right-click things, and then have to select a specific option in order to start the preview, right? That's all we need to focus on. And it makes it super simple because then we can just go from there to our target point, and we can test it all in a single end-to-end flow, and it just works. Does it make sense? Sorry, I'm like busy trying to like choose like a different song too. This wasn't about the Odyssey. You just thought Ave looked like Ave. Ave Caesar. Wasn't it Ave Maria? Ave Caesar? What does Ave Caesar mean? Ave Cesare. Ave Cesare. Ave Cesare. Morituri te salutant. Hail Emperor, those who are about to die salute you, is a well-known Latin phrase quoted in Suetonius. What does Ave true to Caesar mean? Ave is a greeting. True to Caesar shows loyalty. Ave Cesare. I've never heard this in my entire life. It's actually impressive that like you know about that. So when you learn linguist stuff, do you also have to learn things like Latin? Because if you have to learn things like Latin, I'm so sorry for what we've like done to you. Okay. Because I would have thought that like you stay away from Latin and you only learn the basics. You'd have a Latin course within university. I knew it! I fucking knew it. See? I'm a genius. I'm a goddamn genius. Of course I know what you learn. I don't even need to go to school to know what you learn. Because I just make assumptions and you tell me, and then if I'm right, then I bask in the glory. And if I'm wrong, then I pretend like, oh, I was right anyways. And or, you know, I was just saying in like a general thing. I play it off anyways. I play it off anyways. I really need to think about my hotkeys for folding as well, actually, but I'll think about it later. Yeah. We start from the input, and then we go downwards. So we still go from the input, and we go into what people are going to be doing from that input, and then what happens, okay? We start from the input. We need to add things to the menu so that we can actually see a menu item that says show, like, or like preview connections, just to keep it simple, okay? We have all the color scheme stuff ready, so I need to actually go back to the Obsidian docs to open them again, sorry. But we know exactly what color schemes Obsidian uses in order to show what things are. Like we have like, I don't know, the like color, what was it again? Border, I had to find them again actually, sorry, shit. There we go, and then there was like a border. And borders, here we go. So I got, sorry, canvas? No. Colors? Colors! Colors. Is this the right color? I can't show it to you yet. It is. These are the colors. You're welcome. But you think you knew Ave before that. You think you've heard it within movies. What? How often do you go to watch a movie about like a Latin world? You know what I mean? Like the only one that I know about is like the Odyssey, as well as fuck, there was a really good joke in my head, but it disappeared. The Odyssey and Hercules by Disney. Those are the only two that I think about Latin stuff. We're gonna start from here, and we're gonna see how this goes. It should only take an hour. So time me. This should only take an hour. We've already spent 10 minutes talking about Latin though, and I think I see the problem with programming streams again. We need to stop talking about Latin. What's the point of even learning about Latin? Isn't it like a dead language? What's the point of learning about Latin? Because like, let's say you know Latin. This song is also too intense. Let's say you know about Latin, right? What do you do when you have that knowledge? Because like, where does it lead to? Even though you know what Latin is, because like, it's not like you can use it in your daily life. At most, maybe you use it to like, I don't know, like show off the fact that you know what Caesar was saying when he died, right? But like, who cares what he said when he like died, right? We're at McDonald's. What do you want to eat? How do I make a menu appear? How do I make a menu appear? Canvas selection menu? I think there's 3 menus, right? I think what I identified was that there were 3 menus, and also your Goonie thing is here. If we didn't have Latin, you'd have to program in runes this time instead of Latin script. So show respect. Holy shit. Sorry, sir. Sorry. I didn't. Maybe I am an Omega because an Alpha would have said shut up, right? But the Omega says, sorry, sir, you're absolutely right. Let me program it in my Latin script. Sorry. Okay, but think about it, okay? Have you ever seen Chinese code? Chinese code. No, Chinese programming code. The Chinese... I'm trying to find it. There's like certain languages that they made to make like where it uses actual like script. Kanji wait by Huawei. Here we go. Kanji by Huawei. That's it. Developer Huawei. Too many words. Kanji Lang. I think this also uses. Okay, sorry. It's all. See this? Okay, maybe Latin did win because it's still in Latin script. Fuck. We messed up. We should be programming in like Pinyin or something. You know what I mean? That's the real thing. Instead, we're just Latin script for like different languages. Languages made specifically for. I actually don't know what this language is for. I remember hearing about it. When it's the full scenario intelligence, it features native intelligence. That's the thing that we're missing here. We're missing native intelligence. That's why the programming stream never works, because I'm missing native intelligence from all of you. God, that's what I need. But yeah, thank you Latin script for doing it, but also we don't use you anymore. I don't want to play with you anymore as it drops. Like, so we have 3 menus that we need to have, okay? The edge menu, which is specifically this idea of following where like seeing a preview of like each edge end. You have the node menu, which is specifically the one where you right click on the node and it has the one, and as well as a selection menu, okay? The selection menu we actually don't care about, because we can't do a preview of a selection menu. We can only do a preview of a node menu. However, there's one thing I did want to check. If you select only one thing, does it also show a selection menu for all 3? Or does it show a node menu? So I do selection menu, and I do my debug callback. Selection menu fired. Then I'll see whether it's a node menu or a callback menu. Or like just the node menu. Sorry, this is all very boring to most of you. This is the thing about program streams too, right? Is that like, except for the feature thing, like how does chat contribute to the development of something? Like how do you as a chatter contribute to something like this, right? Chances are you can't, because like what are the odds that you would even be able to, right? It's basically impossible to. I need to reload this. Wait, actually not just reload. I need to start the actual thing itself. Chat says program better. Okay, honestly, I think that does work. I don't know how to say this, because this is the thing, okay? You don't have this in your life. How many of you have somebody who's willing to tell you that, hey, you're not doing enough? Because it's one thing to give some motivation to you, to let you know that like, hey, you're like doing well, but it's another for somebody to tell you earnestly that like, hey, you're not doing enough. You're not trying hard enough for me and the kids. not trying hard enough for me and like my family, and like you have to try harder, because if you don't, then what's the point of all this? I'm not with you because we're just like, streamer and viewer. This is a this is I'm not with you because you're like a viewer in like a 50K chat room. You're a viewer in like a 2 viewer chat room. There's an impetus that you have to follow. One that says you have to push me to be better. How many of you have that in your life? How many of you have that? Instead, everybody around you says that it's okay to oh, sorry, yeah, it's okay. You're doing great. No, you're not doing enough. How old are you? You're 31 years old and you're doing this shit live on stream. You're gonna die, and when you die, it's over, bro. It's fucking over. Okay, I've learned that it only fires even if you select only one, it'll fire specifically only for that node as a node menu. Selection menu, you can't do a preview because it'd be weird to do it. So now we can rely on the fact that we never have to deal with the selection menu. Because a preview of multiple nodes wouldn't really make sense. I don't think it would make sense. Okay, program harder, daddy. Can I say something? The phrase X harder daddy is wrong. It just sounds so wrong. Cause like you're in bed and you're having sex, and then they say "fuck me harder, daddy," and it's like, dude, like I'm not even your father, man. Like we've ruined the word "daddy" for use in normal situations. It's ruined. We need to go back to when time was better, when things were better. And you know what? It's a good thing that I can like talk while also programming, because the programming part is fairly straightforward. Because boy oh boy, if I couldn't talk while I'm programming, it'd be so boring to see me type things. Because like, sure, you get some of it, but for the most part, like it none of this really matters. Okay, none of this really matters. I need to rename this into on context on node context menu open. My names are very verbose. Okay, because if they aren't verbose, then I don't really know what I'm doing. Let's see exactly what this is, because I don't actually know what this is. But yeah, I think some people do need that. I think you all need somebody in your life who's willing to tell you what it is, not to sugarcoat it, but to tell you how it is. Like, are you actually doing well enough? Think about this. Okay? If you were being a bad partner to your partner, because how many of you are actually good partners to your partner? I don't actually know. But how many of you are actually good partners? You don't even know. If you were being a bad partner to your partner, would you even know? Think about that. Would they even know? Would they tell you to like use less teeth? Would they tell you to do things like, I don't know, like can you tickle my balls while you're down there too? If they're not willing to tell you, then you know. You raise your hand. You raise your hand because you know that you're a bad partner. Is that why you're raising your hand? At least you know. At least you're aware of what you're doing. Pick it up! Pick it up! Be better! Be better. You know what? I will say that maybe you're the good partner. Because you have consistently been good at the community Wordle. Because we do like a Wordle inside the server. Instead of a personal friend group server. She's consistently the one who solves it. And she always solves connections. I gave up on connections because it was too hard. Actually too hard. What does this even give me? I guess the first is the menu, right? So if I look at the prototype, is this the menu? No, it's not. What is this? Oh, that's the node. Oh. The first I get is the node itself. So I get the node from this. Oh, shit, that's really good, actually. I can use that within this when I need to do things like... I don't think that's the right prototype. This thing. I can use that when I do... wait, that's number one. No, the first item is the menu. The second one is the node itself, I think. It is. Yes! Okay, so first item is the menu. Second item is the node. Yeah, how many of you really know, okay? That's why you need somebody in your life to tell you, hey, pick it up, buddy. That's why we're here. That's why you're here to chat, okay? That's why I like to build an antagonistic chat room, because I think it's funnier. Because honestly, imagine you have a chat room that's like all about, oh, but I'm gonna be so nice to you, because like I want to be like, I'm your friend streamer. Ooh, no, we're not friends. We're partners. Not even like not like partners as in we're in a relationship, but like we're partners in a business, and this is the business of life. Okay, tell me, does my code look good? Do you think I should switch over to like kanji? Do you think I should be using kanji? Okay, so now we have the node and this. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. You don't even know what code you don't even know what I'm typing here. I'm trying to figure out the typings here. So, on the context menu being open, so now I have this being fired whenever the context menu is opened, and I know exactly what is which parameter is like which. Okay, we're gonna use this to add items to the menu, which is only one item, which is we're gonna add a single item, which says, okay, this item, on clicking this item, it's going to open the preview. It's going to start the preview process by doing what? I don't know. First, what is a menu item? I don't actually know. What is a menu item? I don't actually know. It is a private constructor. Okay, that's what? It is a what? Callback item menu adds an item menu. Only works when menu is not shown yet. What? Huh? What? Menu.add item. It's a callback that takes as a parameter the menu item? How do you what? But the constructor is private, so what? This typing's wrong. I think the types are wrong. Sorry, I can't trust these types. These types were like made by like people who want you to fail. I want you to succeed. That's why I'm here. Oh, that's literally how you do it. It gives you a menu item that you actually modify afterwards. Oh shit. That's what it is. But yeah, if you know that you're a bad partner, ask them, what could I do better? If you want a better partner, tell them what they should be doing better. You want a better streamer, tell them what they should be doing better. If you think that you're a bad chatter, you are. Deal with it. He's just abusing us now. I don't know if I want to be here. He's just abusing us now, and I don't really know if I want to be here because it feels mean. For the title, we're gonna say as the title, we're gonna do no translations because I'm too lazy to like deal with that. Okay, set title. Okay, preview node preview connections. Very simple. It's gonna say preview connections. We need to add an icon apparently, as well as an on-click handler that'll do something when it actually fires. So for now, the on-click can just be a notice, because just to test that it works. Okay, so on-click doesn't really matter. Just fire it off. New notice. What is a notice? Sure, I don't know. Eat shit and die. Okay, new notice. Eat shit and die. What is an icon? What icons are there actually? Documents. Oh shit, there's like pre-made icons. Wait, sorry. Dot add set icon. Well, what's the icon? I don't know. Icon name. What's an icon name? Here it is. Icon name equals string. Can it be any lucid icon name? What was a lucid? What? I do remember this. The lucid icon set. Okay, what's a good icon to use this? Okay, this is where you come in, chat, okay? If I told you to preview connections, what gives you that feeling of previewing things? Wait, how come this shows up? Wait. Why does this show up? Why does mirror round show up as like penis? Why is this tagged as like a penis? Vagina. Why? Why is this tagged as vagina? What are the tags? Lines, list, queue. The typography. Jail, bars, prison. Chat. We have to go to the source code. Sorry. I need to see this really quickly. Vagina. Excuse me. Why did the search show up with the thing then? What? What? Why does this show up like this? What? Pussy. Cock. What? Oh, cocktail makes sense. But blender? Cock. Vagina shows up with the bars. penis shows up with these things. Why does it show up? It's such a weird thing to see. Eyeball. We need the eyeball. Eye. Okay, we're gonna use the preview with the eye icon instead, so we see things. Or maybe like lines, connection. We do a connection, okay, but not like these connections. Something that's like a connection between things. That's an image. Chart network actually might be a really good one for this. So maybe we do chart network. This is the icon for the button. And then when you click on this, it's very obvious what they're doing. Chart-network. So I think I can just pass in the name and it just works. Chart-network. And yes, I do strings with 2 quotes because I'm, JavaScript's one of the few languages that does strings with 1 and it freaks me out. Sorry. Now, if I right-click on this node, we should have a menu. Preview connections. What did I say? Eat shit and die. Perfect. So now we know that it works. We know that when you click on this, it shows the preview connections button, and it works for any node type, whether it's images or cards or even full-on notes. Like if I add a note somewhere, or maybe all of these are notes, I'm not really sure. But basically, we know that it works now because it's telling me to eat shit and die on like everything, okay? From this, we're going to actually do the logic of building the UI down here and then attaching it. The way that I like to do UI is I like to go from scratch. We start from the top and then we go down in because I'm very bad at UI. We only have half an hour left. I got distracted. I got distracted by asking if any of you were good partners. What's the point? What's the point? We're not going to finish this in time. And where we need to attach it to is very obvious too, because we have this actually written down here. We need to go towards the actual canvas wrapper, which is on the view itself. The problem, I didn't think about this as a problem, but now I think about this as a problem. How do we get the canvas from the node here? Program harder, daddy. Please, father. The chat yearns for the programming. The chat yearns for the programming. It seems like we can get the canvas from the node. So it seems like every single node element has a back reference to the canvas for you to access it to do things. So we need to get the wrapper element. We can go backwards from there, and I can look at the node itself, get the canvas, get the canvas. Okay, the problem is I need to cast this into a different type. Sorry, please give me a moment. Where's my types? It's like type. I had like a type somewhere. I go type canvas view. There we go. It's not a variable. This should be. It's not a variable. This should be done as like a type. This is like a type. It's not a variable. It's not a. Symbols. To do fix these. It shows e.g. types from the LSP as a variable for e.g. TypeScript type foo equal syntax. I need to check this out. Probably has to have custom handler for specific LSPs. Every LSP reports slightly different things with custom, I don't know, I forget what it's called, like labels. I think that's what it's called. That has to be handled within this. Probably doesn't need a patch, but if it does, I get hacker cred. You know what I mean? Okay, this I need to make it like a canvas node. Sorry, the type is missing the canvas on it because they only because again, it only gives you as much as you need, and it doesn't give you much else of anything because it doesn't give you any more information than it has to. It only gives you as much as you need. We're programming. Hey, welcome back. Do you have somebody in your life to tell you that like you suck, huh? Huh? That's what you all need. All of you, you're shit. This is the thing too. I've actually like valued that a lot. Who's Ben? What? Ben? Who's Ben? Ben? Where's Ben? Ben? Oh, Ben! Sorry. Bar Ben. Ben Shay is my testing thing. It's like foo, bar, baz, boo, Ben, boof. I don't know. I just use random words. Ben is my test subject. I like to operate on him. It makes me feel good when I operate on him. Do I do comments of please work? Yes. I do comments of please work. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I'll like try this. You make files that way. I also do that too. Because the thing is, right, while you're writing the code, it's like it seems like it should be okay, but you really have no clue how it's gonna go. I have zero clue how it's gonna go. Right? So I'm like, please work. I really hope that this works. I really, really hope that this works out. Because if it doesn't, I'm basically doomed. I need to get the actual canvas itself. How do I get the canvas? So all canvas data is what? Canvas file data. Does this ever have a reference back to the canvas? I don't think so. Canvas. This never has a reference to canvas. I mean, there's canvas data. Okay, that's a problem. To canvas, strict canvas data, because I need the ID of this to get to look like this, as well as wrapper EL. This is a node element, I think. I don't actually know what this is. I like to do, so I actually stopped commenting with so many different things because what happened one time was I committed. This was very early on in my career, but I committed files to a project very early on, and I had a bunch of swear words in it because I was like, "Fuck this shit! I'm trying to figure this shit out." And my boss, while he laughed at it, he was like, "I do the same thing, but we have to be careful because it does show up in the company history, and it does feel bad." She literally posted connections to Mogus. This is why I think the mod is the better person. Okay. She's so smart. She's so funny. She's so witty. She works out. She knows how to, like, I don't know, do crazy things. Like she can make a clown noise, right? And she does connections one shot. You only got that one wrong? That's crazy. We're gonna do it after. We're gonna figure out connections after. That's pretty good. What was this one again? This was my Neovide. Yeah. We got mogged. Everybody please, okay. Everybody, please post today's connections results. We're going to be doing it live to show that I can. Also, post the Wordle one too. We have to do the Wordle one. Though the Wordle one's hard because like we usually do it within the Discord server, so or like our own personal one. Okay. What else do I do? So so for the story, so he like laughed, right? And then he was like, okay, like it's fine, it's like funny, but at the same time, it's like, you know, we are trying to sell the company. We're like doing certain things, and they do code reviews, so it's like we can't have it in the history. So I had to spend the like day to fix the or like not the like day, but I had to like fix the code history because it was kind of like weird. And I was like, yeah, you know what? It's actually bad for you. It's like to do it, but I do it often. Like my code, like until it's done, is like full of like I hope this works, and then fuck this, and then oh shit, fix this shit. You know what I mean? Everywhere. So this is what I need. I need the HTML element, the node itself. All nodes have a back reference to it, to the canvas, which allows me to actually see it. I named this strict canvas data, but really this should just be canvas. I go type canvas, that's a canvas type. And then what I can do is in here, I need to cast this node into my node type by doing a runtime type guard, which I can't remember what it is, but it's going to be something like this. I don't know. It's going to be like, I don't know, is canvas node. And it should be like node all, I think it's like canvas node or all canvas, what was it? All canvas node data? Yeah. Okay, either or, except, yeah, because this is a type. I think it's these. And then this one. Node is canvas node. This is a runtime function that basically causes the type checker to be like, oh yeah, this is a canvas node. Okay. I think all I need to really do is check if it has the canvas thing on it. TSK, thank you. Because I think with the existence of the canvas probably tells me enough about it that it is a canvas node, and I think that's a good enough thing to check. So if I do like if node as canvas node dot, oh shit, node as canvas node dot canvas, is that it? Oh, whoops. Sorry, I'm used to Rust. If node dot canvas node dot canvas not equal undefined specifically, okay, then return true. Wait, what am I doing? Just return this. Okay, sorry, chat. I may be a little bit tired. Return that's not undefined. So if it is a canvas node, it'll return this. If it's not, if it doesn't have a canvas, it'll return false, which is good. And we go over here and we check out. I don't know this. We do. What do we do? I don't know what we do. If node. I mean, what's weird is that like this should always be the case, right? So like, if is canvas node. But I guess if it isn't a canvas node, then we just return. And we don't do anything here, because it doesn't really matter. It's not assignable type node. Sorry, it has to be a type of node. Canvas node or a node. There we go. Would that ever be the case? Probably not, right? But yeah, in here, I can then do node.canvas wrapper el. Please tell me that this works. What was the thing I had to do to get type guards work? Yeah, it does work. Okay, something's wrong. It's recording a macro. That's why. Why does I also need to fix that? Why does recording a macro stop all? What is LSP? Sure. To do recording a macro causes all LSP pop-ups to stop appearing. Why? No, fuck you. Wait, oops. We have abuse of the feature. We have the first ever abuse of the feature. Over? No, fuck you. You go in the corner. You go in the corner. You're going in timeout. You're going in the corner for timeout. You think about what you've done. It's like, wait, no, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to say something even worse to you. It's like, oh shit. You read the message and your aggression kicked in. The aggressive Omega living up to her name. Think about this, okay? What's crazy is that the aggressive Omega is really just like a barking chihuahua. You're like a tiny little chihuahua that's like, but you're just a little baby. You're just a little baby who's all mad. And I've actually what's funny is that I used to not like chihuahuas, but like I've started to really love chihuahuas. Like it's been the best thing ever for me now to love chihuahuas. Because like after having one, I'm like, God, they're so cute now. You forgot they would go on screen. You thought it will only pop up within chat. Well, now it's here. Now it's here, and I think it's funny. It's actually good. I need to know, how do you actually remove a node? Remove child? What's the thing again? You remove a child, right? Can you remove a child from the node itself? Like, can you delete the node itself from the node? Delete. How do you remove a child? How do I kill this child? You can't. So you can't remove a child. Kick the baby! Kick the baby! The programmers are saying things like, kill the baby, kill the child, kill children. Kick the baby. Cuck the baby. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Holy shit, that's really good. Oh, that is funny. It's really good. That is good. Okay, I know what to do. We just remove the child on the wrapper EL. I think it takes a reference to exactly the one that we need. It's kind of weird because it's like, how do you know which one it is? I guess it's just the exact same one that you have. So you just have to get a reference to the exact one that you inserted, which is easy because what you can do is you can actually create it and then store it elsewhere similar to how they do it. And what we do is we store it with our plugin. So we do like, okay, in the plugin, this is the current preview window. The problem is, do I want to do that? Or do I just say like every single one that's there, get rid of it? Maybe what I do is I find our specific one via some ID. The problem is that IDs... Is it a good choice to use IDs in this context? Like, how will I know that the ID won't have a conflict, right? I guess I could prefix it with like some specific name that's only mine, and then it'll make work. And then it'll make it work. Because then that way, I don't have to like keep a reference to it floating around. I don't have to pre-construct it. It can just be there at all times, and I just have like a single function to do it over and over and over. Like, because the problem that I'm worried about is what happens if I use that same element, but because it's dynamic depending on the node that you look at. I don't want to have any like long-lasting state issues, which are annoying. It's easier to recreate your entire UI than deal with any state issues, right? And the performance shouldn't be bad because that's what the canvas does anyway. So if anything, we're like a tiny blip within the like system. So what I'm gonna do is instead this, we're gonna add child. We're going to add a child. Is it? It's append child, right? The append child as a node to the end of the list. Well, what's append? Inserts nodes after, right? Because that's the one. Okay, fuck it. I only need one child. We are going to construct a child. I don't know if I need it on the plugin itself. What's interesting is that the plugin itself, I would get access to the plugin by calling it like that. You know, if you think about it, isn't having siblings pretty much the equivalent of being cucked? No, because nobody's having sex with the siblings. Nobody's you're incest brained. You're incest brained. You're thinking about fucking your sister. This isn't how it works in real life. Nobody's fucking anybody. Okay, it doesn't matter if my sibling has a partner. I'm not being cucked by him having a partner. His partner is his partner. I don't even like his like partner. You know what I mean? Like everybody has a different taste. You're not gonna actually maybe I don't know. Maybe you're on something. Wait. wait. Because what if you both like the same person, and then she gets with one of you, then your sibling does cuck you. But then it's not the act of having siblings is being cucked. It's just a normal cuckoldry thing. It's just normal cuckoldry. No, it's the siblings doesn't matter. It's just normal cuckoldry. Same thing could happen with like childhood friends, right? Like it's like, oh, we're childhood friends, but she likes you, the other childhood friend, but not me, the other childhood friend. So therefore, I'm being cucked. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. More like a cock block? Yeah, exactly. More like a cock block. Yeah. I guess you could watch, but that would be weird. I don't know. It would be weird to watch. It would be weird to watch. It's like, why is he just watching us? Honey, why is he watching us? No, you meant parents. When you have a sibling, now your parents are cucking you emotionally. I need to get water. I need to get water to address this, because what the fuck did you just say to me? Okay, I'm back. So I called my mom and I asked her, hey, am I like your favorite child? And she said, no, I hate you. So I think you're onto something. I think the reality of it is that, yeah, I don't think the parents actually truly like every child evenly. I was thinking about it, honestly, you saying what you said, it actually makes sense. Because I think about this, right? Children, honestly, if you have one dog, you love that dog. If you have two dogs, I don't know how to say it. You like one dog a lot more than your other dog. One dog is a hassle. The other dog is like your dog. You know what I mean? Also, I found French fries, and I keep a bottle of ketchup on my desk at all times in case of emergency fries. So I'm pretty happy right now. Love fries. Kids are just sex trophies. Please don't say that. Please don't say that. Please. I don't think a sex trophy means what you think it means. I don't think is it like a sex trophy, like a trophy wife? You know what I mean? You're basically bragging that you had sex. That is true, okay? But because chat. Thank you. My friends look at me like I'm crazy for saying this. Okay? The mod knows this because she looks at me like I'm crazy whenever I say this in like casual conversation. I'm like, buddy, your child is walking sperm. Your child is walking, living, breathing sperm. And you think about it, right? It's crazy that like we have to know your sperm. You just named your sperm and now they're walking around and we just have to be okay with that. You were thinking that you had sex and then want a kid. I know, but like the connotations to like trophy wife are just it's like a bit too close. It's a bit too close. So a trophy, I know. But I think you messed up. So yeah, I actually do think it is true. I don't think it's possible for me as a person to love more than one person. My heart can only really go towards one person, right? And so when I think about even having like children, I'm like, oh god, if I had two children, who am I gonna love more? I don't know, because it's gonna happen. Like I'm like, oh, like this child, like both, like they're both my children, but one child is definitely the better child, and I would feel awful about that. Like, holy shit, what do you mean that you don't like care about your like children? It's like, not that I don't care about them, but like if one died and one succeeded, I wouldn't be necessarily happy. I wouldn't necessarily be like broken about that. And so it's like, I don't know what to do. But chat, I think you're onto something here. Like you used to get their undivided attention, but now you have to be in the cuck chair and watch them care for another child. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so the older sibling would be the bull and the younger is like, okay, the problem is that it's the other way around, okay? The older sibling, yeah, exactly. It's the other way around. Yeah, exactly. Because the bull is the one that is like fucking that, or like that is like getting the attention. Can we please not call it like cuckoldry though? I think child psychologists I think child psychologists would hate that we call this cuckoldry, but between siblings, I think they would rather prefer the like term bad parenting or something, or like you need therapy, right? Like because like we probably all need therapy here. The fact that all of us are agreeing on this says something about the chat room that I built here. Okay, fun tries. Let's see if there is a large, if there's an age gap between siblings. Yeah, exactly. Because like, I don't say this. You're gonna get along with one of them more than the other because they're closer. I mean, even the idea of like personalities, right? Some people's personalities are just a lot more in tune with yours. You know, like weird example, but when I think of like my friends, right? I feel like I have a good connection with the mod. Our personalities are fairly similar. We like similar-ish things. She's crazy, and so she kind of like it's easy to like lean into the weirdness, right? But like other friends, I feel like I have to be like a certain type of like I don't know, like calm around them. You're not like me. I'm no Omega. What was your thing? Projection much? What was your thing? Where's yours? Let's see. Um, you posted a description of what is a beta because I was happy about being on Omega. You're a protective beta? What? You may be thinking, what the fuck? How am I not an alpha? Oh, thank fuck. I thought that was gonna be an omega. Oh, that's really good. Okay, that's actually funny. So you're the strong. No, see? Okay, look. We're basically the same thing because a protective beta and a stoic omega are both deluding themselves into believing that they're actually alphas. I'm sorry to say it, but we're both cucks in this world, okay? We're both equally cucks in this world. Because the reality is, right? Some people's personalities do mesh up better with yours. And so like when you have like an actual child, it's like what if they accidentally are the child that like meshes the most with you? Right? And then it's like I don't really know what to do because like oh shit, like what happens when my child meshes when like one child is like a better personality? Then I'll obviously be closer to them. Like if one child becomes a programmer, it's like great, I can talk programming. If my kid becomes a sports star, I'm not gonna know what the fuck they're doing. I'm gonna be like, nice pass, son, great job, and they'll be like, okay, dad, is it cool? It's like, yeah, it's cool. Fuck off. I'm gonna go program something with your sibling, right? I'm sorry to say it. That's just life, you know. Really, did you think about it? Being born means we were cucked from day one, because we have to be here on this. Like, what do you mean that you had me, all because you wanted to be happy? Then you didn't want me because you stopped being happy, and now I have to go to work. Fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Why? What? I love French fries. So good. I'm very glad that you don't hear my my like mouth noises. We need to create the preview itself. I'm gonna make a single node. So create preview. We're gonna call this. Append it to that. Doesn't really matter. This one thing is gonna be. Oh, sorry. This dot create. Do I still have access to this? I don't think so. No, but it should be fine. Yeah, because it's an arrow function. It'll bind it to this. It's okay. Return. I don't have JSX. Let container equal. Wait, sorry. I don't have JSX. How do you actually like create arbitrary elements in Obsidian? Is there a specific way that they want us to make elements with it, or can I just use like anything to create an element? Because like it's an Electron, so you could just use like window dot whatever it is. But do they have like a specific API that they want you to use for memory for like any GC purposes? See? Every HTML element, including the contain element, exposes a create EL method. What the fuck is this song? Exposes a create EL method. Why did they do this? I don't actually know. It creates an HTML element under the original element. Wait, that's even better. Oh. Wait, what? No, that actually sucks. This sucks. Why do I want this? What? Hmm? Do I have to use this? What exactly is create EL? All this to say, okay? Riot. Tell your mother, tell your father, tell them both, okay? Mostly your father though, but probably your mom too. Tell them. Why do I have to go to work? If you were gonna give birth to me, couldn't you at least be rich? Couldn't you at least be rich? Couldn't you at least be rich? Okay, I don't think it's defined here actually. Wait, isn't this just? Is it not? No, it's not. What defines create element? I need to find like the original create element. The problem is I don't have the source open, nor do I have my editor attached to it, so I can't go and find it. I need to find this exact source. Whatever it is. Is there a way to search symbols in this shit? Is there a way to do symbol search in this, or is that too complicated? Replace? Don't replace. Go back to number 1. Go up here, go to number 1, and then find starting from number 1. There's number 2. And he specifically also creates EL, okay? This is the problem too. Sorry. Equals. No, okay, so it has to be something like this. What is this? Thank you. What is this? What is this? Okay, I'm not going to use it because it sucks. I just need to find the function definition of create EL, but I can't find it. So I'm going to give up on it because it doesn't seem like it's going to work for me. Because if it's the same as just creating a regular element, I'd rather create a bunch of them and then just insert them afterwards. If it's for GC purposes, fuck the GC. Okay, that's on you for not providing like real documentation. Provide better documentation, and I'll work with it. I need to do a div. Okay, just a normal div. I'll do it as HTML div element. We'll do container.id equals whatchamacallit? I don't know. What's like a good ID of this? So now we need to go to the ID. Because what we need to do is every time we go to create a new one, we check the wrapper, only the wrapper, and we see if it already has one. If it does have one, we can remove that one because it's full of data that we don't need, and we can also unload all of that. And then we only load the one, and then we make a new one that contains only the new node's data. We could eventually do it so it doesn't remove the things that it doesn't need to remove, and we could just reuse things. But it's not creating the node elements, it's just creating the preview itself, which is fairly lightweight. So I think it's okay to do it like this. If you need performance, you can optimize it later, but basically recreating the UI from scratch every time is just the easier way to like do it initially until you know that you need the performance. That's also my excuse for whenever I do anything bad. That way people can't blame me for it. Because I'm a genius, unlike you. If anything, okay, why is it that being an alpha does not include intelligence? Because clearly, I'm an intelligent human being based on the code that you're seeing. So clearly, I feel like I should be an alpha by default. That test was flawed. I'm gonna do an actual test, okay? I'm gonna do an actual test. I'm gonna find a real way to determine one's alphaness, and we're gonna do it, and we're gonna see whether like how well did I end up on that scale. Because Omega is just wrong. We'll just do it like this. Node connection preview. This is good. Okay, here we go. Node connection preview. We'll do it like this. Node preview ID. What was I doing? There we go. And we did this create preview. So we do this. This is going to return the node. We create the element. So it's node canvas, node preview ID. It's kind of a weird name for it, but it's fine. We're going to just make the style very basic. Container.class name. Just a single class name because I'm too lazy to do multiple and there's really no need to. But maybe they're built-in ones. I don't know. Because how do you do CSS in this? Can I load arbitrary style sheets? Or is it always going to be like an inline style? It's already been 1 hour and we haven't done a single thing. Because you all distracted me about things like, I don't know, is having siblings cuckoldry. Congratulations, chat. You successfully bungled me. You successfully ruined me. You successfully thrown me off track. Why the fuck did you guys say that? Obsidian plugin custom CSS. Can you add custom CSS? Of several methods. How do I enable? No, can someone have a teach me to use a CSS mission? Don't include me in this. You literally, you agreed with them. You agreed with them. You agreeing with them is an implicit, whatchamacallit, style? Equal, I don't know. We'll just do like a style string then. Did I? I don't know if you did. I'm just gaslighting you. If I'm not allowed to gaslight you, am I really your streamer? Right? I should be allowed to gaslight you here. I really wish I could just use CSS. But now we do this, okay? Width, 100 pixels, okay? Height, 100 pixels. I'm gonna do, I don't know, background color, red. I'm sure that's the syntax. If that's not the syntax, I'll know about it very soon. Anyways, let's actually try this out so we have something to show. That way, I don't seem like a complete failure. Let me show this so I have something to show. So at least I'm not a complete failure. Can't read properties of undefined. Reading create preview. Oh, shit. Hey, if you didn't say kick the baby, the thought wouldn't have come into your head. So you are complicit. See? Complicit in the crime. I need to actually make the node before I get into this, because the on click, that's kind of interesting. That's interesting. Very weird. No, the emote derailed it. Oh, so now is the artist's fault. But you're an artist. You only say kick. You did only say kick. The problem right now is that when it's doing this call, it doesn't know what this is. I see now why they do the thing where they do, like, I don't know, let foo equal this. Because that's the only way to, like, do it. I'm no artist. Lies. He's lying. He's a liar. Or I do the call syntax. Was it? It's called call, and you do, what is it? You call this with this, right? Call, you do this with foo, right? I think it's like that. Probably the best way to do it. Let's see if this actually works. Now find name create preview. Foo. Oh wait, instead we do plugin. Main plugin. I mean, why don't I just make this as like a... Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm stupid. Fuck it. We just abuse it like this. There we go. Totally fine. That's okay. That's not how you would do it. I wouldn't recommend that, but I just want to like show up. Lies. And if you're not an artist, then what are you? Okay, it appeared. Boom. There we go. Never. Only excuses. No excuse. You have to know ignorance of the emotes is no excuse, as I say. Exactly. You can't be ignorant of the emotes. Okay, we actually do have to move on to the game because there's not enough time today. Shit. I thought this would be quick, but I realized programming on stream, all of you keep talking to me. I'm going to program this off stream. I'm going to record a VOD for you all. I'm going to talk about nothing. I'm just going to get it done. Fuck it. I'm just going to do it off stream. Every time I come on, you say the craziest shit. What do you mean having siblings cucks you?